I absolve you of your sins. You have been forgiven.
What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey yeah guys, today is Monday, February 5th. That's right, man, the first Monday of February. And good lord, why did everything happen over the weekend? So much stuff that I don't even know about. I don't even know where to start. There's gonna be so many deep dives. So much weird news happened over the weekend. Like just to give you guys a quick recap before we get into anything, but I looked over some of the topics you guys wanted me to talk about. There's the Grammys, obviously, apparently Killer Mike, one of the guys who won a bunch of the awards, got arrested during the show. Like, there's like Genshin Impact drama that would happen this weekend that I have no idea where to start, but apparently it's all out war and it's everything that you guys are asking me to talk about. Probably one of the biggest controversies you guys asked me to talk about has to do with Nijisanji, one of the biggest VTuber agencies, and this girl named Selen, and how she's been quiet for a while and she finally started talking last night and today, and there's a lot of drama behind her termination. I'll tell you guys all about that. The Rock apparently is getting booed on the WWE. Aiden Ross is getting robbed by multiple rappers. I'm gonna try not to ramble, okay? But there's a lot of topics we're gonna be bouncing left and right. There's a good chance that the majority of you guys watching today's video won't have any idea what's happening or what's being talked about, but it's pretty large news in all genres and all facets of life. So if you guys just want to buckle in and lock in and kind of know some things that you probably don't need to know, I got you covered. Starting with this one, this caught me completely off guard. Renflare said apparently GradeAUnderA is coming back. That is a YouTube name that I have not heard in years. Oh my god. For those of you guys who don't know who GradeAUnderA is, bless your heart and child. He's a YouTuber, was a YouTuber. He used to make a whole bunch of videos, just skits with the dude with a big old chin, another dude with a big old chin, and what, mate? That's my GradeAUnderA impression. He would just talk like that, and he would make jokes. He was making funny haha videos, but then he started getting wrapped into like internet drama with like Keemstar and Leafy. And there was beef, and there was this age where like him and Keemstar and all of these people just started getting wrapped up into internet drama, and that's what his entire channel came back. Then he disappeared for years, and then he came back for like a little bit, and I was like, wow, the return to Grade A. And then he disappeared for years again. And now apparently he's back, and he said he's made 40 brand new videos. Bible stories.
The tree of knowledge. Why the f did you have it there in the pubber? So then they're like, oh shit, mate, I'm naked. Sucks in it. Who knew that God was such a top G? What kind of stupid Nice going, Eve. You can't.
You know, this is, how does he still sound exactly the same too? Like I thought like maybe after all these years his GradeAUnderA voice would like change and like maybe, I don't know, something. He sounds exactly the same. It's like if they remade an old video game like Jackson Daxter, except for they just is back. That's GradeAUnderA. Also, before we get to the juicy stuff, let me give you a quick update. Apparently PewDiePie has been trending the entire weekend because he is really good at drawing. The guys at Mappa need to hire this man because he's so talented, in fact, that, yeah, you can see here his day 31 drawing here, which is still way better than my drawing. And now he made another video, day 78. He's been drawing every day for 100 days, and people are like, holy crap. This man is evolving way too fast. Like, he's gotten to some places where it takes some people 3 or 4 years and only like 100 days. Electrician saying PewDiePie having a drastic improvement in art. And all I saw, like I think it was on Saturday or maybe even Friday over the weekend while I was playing a Persona 5 Reload, and Pal World, yes, I said Persona 5 Reload, I live in the future, was the fact that PewDiePie was drawing. Let me just find a quick couple of tweets. Like, people were basically complimenting him. Some people were being haters, obviously. This tweet from Dexerto, which had like 230,000 likes here, showing PewDiePie's 2 drawings from day 1 to day 84. This being day 1, which is him just practicing with eyes, and it looks like he has some knowledge. It looks like PewDiePie was a person who used to draw at some point in time, and he has some knowledge about it, and he was like, yeah, let me get back into it. But yeah, obviously just an amateur, just working on faces and eyes on day 1. And then my man is making Genshin Impact characters on day 84. Like, hello, who is this OG art? What is her name? Give her a name, PewDiePie. He's really good. He's got the hair down and everything. I remember when I used to draw pictures and I used to make like Dragon Ball Z pictures, right? I used to always have fun just drawing the Super Saiyan hair, right? Because it just goes on forever. You can never really mess it up. The more hair you made, the more Super Saiyan they became. So of course the art community took this as a way to dunk on people who like to hire people for AI, because artists right now are currently at war with companies who are using AI to basically steal their job. They really hate AI, okay? AI guzzlers. I couldn't learn to draw because I didn't have the resources you did. Stop gatekeeping art. And Pewdiepie draws in a book for 100 days, showing like, yes, if you kind of look at a craft and you put time and energy into it, then you can create your original stuff without having to lean on machines to copy other people's art to create the exact same thing. Anyway, I'll wrap it up, okay? Because you guys get the gist of it. Everybody likes Pewdiepie's drawings. It's fun to watch him do his side quest after he's completed his YouTube, story mode, and now he's doing New Game Plus. Got himself a baby. He's out in Japan living his best life. He's out there reading books and drawing and everything. You love to see it. Kind of taking back his time because he probably didn't have the time to do these things while he was making YouTube all the time. And now he's like, yeah, I'm going to take it back. And he's drawing. And it looks cute. Looks like a little Persona character right there going on here. Got different colors. This man's going to make a full-on manga. You can call it manga because he's actually in Japan. Like, he is out here about to work for Mappa for real, for real. All right, so let's get to this story here. This was something that you guys asked me to talk about, I believe, on Wednesday. There was a hashtag going on, like, where's Selen? It's VTuber news, and it's absolutely ginormous. Hundreds of thousands of people were paying attention to this story around this VTuber who worked for this agency, Nijisanji, wondering where she was, where's the disappearance, what's going on. A lot of people have been getting terminated in the VTuber world, specifically, I believe, with Nijisanji. But yeah, a lot of people left and right, terminated, contracts terminated. Some of it being controversial, some of it just being random out of left field. It's almost like the layoffs that are happening in the tech industry are kind of happening here as well in the VTuber space. People are basically cutting their talents left and right. Anyway, Husker, and a lot of you guys asked me to talk about this and said one of Nijisanji's most popular EN talents, that's English for those of you guys who are not in the know of what's happening here. Don't worry, I will try to keep you. If you don't know anything about VTuber stuff, I'll explain it in a way where you just don't need to know. It's pretty interesting though. Selen Tatsuki was terminated this morning. Everyone is pissed at Nijisanji for, at this point, alleged mismanagement and bullying. Yeah, I think the last thing, I didn't touch on it last week. There was a story about a VTuber where there was some kind of like lies about them having like a wife or kids or a relationship, and they were Rusia. I didn't get into that. I honestly couldn't follow what was happening there. I needed a VTuber specialist to come up into the channel and talk to me about what's happening going on so I can be like, bro, that's crazy. So I was like, nah, let me tap out. But this one, I really want to know what's happening because there's just so many eyes. So let's kind of see if we can follow it here. So as of literally this morning, Nijisanji and officials said, notice, termination of Selen Tatsuki's contract with Any Color. We hereby announce that we had to make the difficult decision to blah, 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 blah. I ain't reading all that mumbo jumbo. You just basically saying that they effectively terminated her. Let me look at the notice of the contract termination. It's actually pretty interesting because now that I think about it, when it comes to VTuber agencies, they seem to be like some of the only few agencies that when they announce terminations, number one, they announce terminations publicly online. And number two, they drop like contracts and terms and conditions and violations and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really see that in other places that often, but here they just be like, yeah, we're terminating you. Now here's like 10 pages as to why. They drop a whole ass twit longer. Anyway, I'll try to read through this for you guys pretty fast. It says, it is with regret that we had to make the difficult decision to terminate our affiliation contract with the Nijisanji and Liver Selen Tatsuki due to multiple breaches of contract and misleading statements on social platforms. For transparency, we have provided a detailed explanation of the circumstances and the reasons that have unfortunately led us to this decision below. So this is not a good termination. This is not a graduation, which would normally be called in VTuber world, where you basically peacefully leave a community after being there for a long time and the contract expires or whatever. This is a termination. They are leaving on bad terms. First one here says activity rules for affiliated livers. Any Color has established activity rules that our affiliated livers agree to comply with. These rules are designed to prevent infringement of third-party rights, leakage of confidential information belonging to Any Colors or third parties. As a company, we are confident that in order to deliver content for our fans to enjoy in the long term and to create an environment where our affiliated livers can safely perform their activities with the support of fans, it is essential for both our livers and our company to unite. Okay, so far they had said nothing. That one was nothing. Here are the violations by the Selen Tatsuki of the activity rules. Despite our efforts to uphold these rules, Selen has repeatedly violated the activity rules since joining Nijisanji in July 2021. That is now 3 years. She's one of the most popular ones. Even I know her. Selen's actions in the violation of activity rules encompass a wide range of issues, such as non-compliance with rights, confirmation, authorization flows, which could potentially lead to infringement of third-party rights, including copyrights. The violations also include unauthorized unauthorized usage of works and assets belonging to others affiliated with any color, disregarding the intentions of these parties, as well as a lack of communication with creators, resulting in the delays in Selen Tatsuki's commission payment to creators. Furthermore, there have been ongoing reports about inappropriate behavior of Selen throughout her time at Nijisanji and Liver. We have been addressing those concerns as they arise. It's always interesting reading this when they tell me the reason why they're terminating with the person. It's never really like kind of like an example or distinct or easy to read. It's always kind of just broad enough where you're just like, what exactly did they do and when? What are you talking about? It's so broad that you can't pinpoint the specifics. It's not like, hey, you're under arrest because you just stole some Cheetos from 7-Eleven. It's like, you're under arrest because sometime within this 3-year time span, you did something that we didn't like that and so now we're firing you. Like, that's what it feels like. Anyway, it reads, as a company, we recognize that these violations of the activity rules could damage the trust placed on Nijisanji. Furthermore, we had consistently issued warnings to Selen each time there was a violation. However, she repeatedly disregarded these warnings, often failing to reciprocate communication with her managers. Additionally, Selen has repeatedly posted false or misleading information on social media, insinuating that the violations of the activity rules were due to mismanagement by any color. So any color, okay, Nijisanji, they're saying, look, she is basically out here spreading misinformation and miscommunication about what was going on. She's lying on us. But unfortunately, they are a corporation, okay? And nobody stands with the corporations. We stand with the people, the creators, the influencers, the ones that actually have the fans. That's kind of just how it works in this life. Even if she was lying or even if she was at fault, people are going to obviously take her side first, and then they're going to need some hard proof or some hard evidence that, like, this right here is not going to be enough. In May 2023, we sent a notice to Selen stating that any further violation of the activity rules or engaging in false and misleading statements could damage our company's reputation, would result in termination of our affiliation contract. However, she continued to violate the activities rules. So Selen was basically talking about them and saying, like, yeah, she was doing, what is it called? A disparagement. Usually there's a disparagement clause where wherever agency you work with or whatever company you work with, you usually sign an agreement or a contract that says that you can't talk smack about the people that you currently work with. Like, I can't get hired by a certain company and then literally just talk about how bad they are, how you can't really do that. Usually under the contract words is like a small little zip NDA kind of thing, but it sounds like she was like, yeah, she was saying something. We'll find out. We had the second page here being events leading to the suspension of Selen's activities. Amidst the aforementioned circumstances, on December 26, 2023, that was literally 2 months ago, Selen posted a music video on her YouTube channel without approval as required by the activity rules. The materials of the music video were shared for the first time with her management on December 24th. Since some of the elements in the music video lacked proper authorization, on December 25th, we communicated to Selen that permission needed to be obtained from relevant parties, requesting her to wait before releasing it. Despite this, Selen Tatsuki disregarded the notice and proceeded with the unauthorized posting. Dang. So she just dropped a music video. She said, hey guys, I'm dropping this video on 24th, no approval, and then 26th, it just came live. Like, okay. Our immediate response was to make the music video private until all authorizations were confirmed from our end. At the same time, the reasoning was clearly explained to Selen. However, Selen took a social media, specifically X, making misleading statements that omitted essential context. Notably, management has prohibited the song. Furthermore, Selen Tatsuki's post included a statement encouraging third parties to re-upload the music video, which breaches any of the guidelines. God dang. Selen was a rebel. She did not like working with these people. In an effort to calm the situation, we sought either to publicly disclose the reasons for making the music video private or have Selen disclose them herself. While being mindful of Selen's physical and mental health, management did their best to communicate with not only Selen herself, but her emergency contact. However, despite frequent comms with Selen, emergency contract, while remaining considerate of her situation, we were unable to come to an agreement on how to proceed. So that's all you really need to know. It looks like these two did not see eye to eye and they didn't like each other. As of today, the 5th, Selen's activities will cease, her YouTube membership will be closed, and her social media accounts will be made private. We will also gradually halt the sale of merchandise and voice-related content. Please note that merchandise produced in 2023 may be released in the future. Selen Tatsuki's revenue payment for these have either been completed or is planned to be settled by the end of February. The comments kind of echoing my thoughts where it said, thank you for understanding. Does anyone understand and could explain? Because I got none of that, lol. The fact that Niji is trying to blame Selen for their poor reputation. Now, you did it to yourselves, not her. Your reputation has been destroyed due to your inability to manage multiple talents over multiple years. You are a multi-million-dollar business, not a small indie, okay? So they're saying it's you. It's your fault. You keep doing this with multiple talents, okay? It's not a pattern on their end. It's a pattern on your end. What are you doing, Nijisanji? Even me, somebody who doesn't pay too much with going on in the VTuber world, I kind of stay in the know, like on the sign kind of thing, you know, like as a side gig kind of thing. But I keep seeing all these goddamn terminations with Nijisanji and all this drama. And it's like, it's just you, unless you're just hiring terrible people or you're just not managing them very well. It just seems to be a you thing. The circumstances leading to this termination has been laughably vague, and the reason given here only shows how absolutely terrible the Nijian management is at managing their livers. Last one by Shiro Beats. Y'all terminate someone every week at this point. You are the problem. Very important. We'll get into Selen's response, but what you need to know is that apparently she had voiced that she was actually getting bullied within her actual agency. Despite her efforts, Selen demanded that any color should be held legally responsible. She claimed that she was no longer able to engage in her activities as liver due to the decisions made by any color was being harassed by other affiliated livers due to mismanagement, while refusing to acknowledge her responsibility for violating the activity rules. Moreover, Selen insisted that if the negotiations did not progress, she would proceed to release a statement regarding her claims to the public. So she is claiming that yes, internally she was getting absolutely bullied by this company. So here is Selen. This is her alt account, Doki. Let's keep laughing together. Cute little doggo at the top. She's been talking about the situation as of this morning as well. She said here 5 hours ago that I will not be silenced anymore. On December, I was hospitalized for an attempt that was caused by a buildup of bullying from within and being in a toxic and poor environment for numerous months that led to my breaking point. I requested to leave first, but on more neutral terms on January 26th. I will be returning here soon as I would like to celebrate the Lunar New Year with all of you. This holiday means a lot to me and my Chinese culture as someone that lived in China for a big portion of my life. It should be the start of happiness and the new beginning. So yeah, she was trying to get the hell out of there January 26th, but she is saying that she was just in a very terrible, poor quality management, which matches what's been happening with Nijisanji, right? Like, again, if this was a good organization, there wouldn't be all of these people getting terminated, like left and right, not just graduating peacefully because they've reached the end of their terms, just literally just getting terminated. Ejecto, Cito, Kazo. And apparently she will be going live at 5 p.m. PST for her return as Doki. And she has a few things, some voice clips that she said as well.
So I waited until I stopped crying, and I'm more calm now to make this voice tweet, but thank you everybody for all the love and all the support you've all given me so far. And I was honestly caught off guard by the announcement as well. I was luckily awake because all I do is just play games until I'm really tired, and then I had to force myself to sleep because I definitely haven't slept well in a very long time. And I guess I was lucky enough to be awake at the right time to have friends message me about what was going on. But anyway, I just want to say thank you everybody. It's just a huge weight off my shoulders, and it's going to be hard, but I know we are strong together. And I'm just happy I'll be able to celebrate Lunar New Year with all of you.
But yeah, she's gonna be fine. She's gonna hop on her feet. She'll probably be independent, and then she'll probably get signed up with VShojo or one of the other 2 or 3 other agencies that are out there. What is happening with Nijisanji? What is actually going on that their talent is leaving because of terrible mismanagement? It shouldn't have to be like this. What exactly are they doing to him? I'm happy for Doki because she's like obviously created a fan base that's big enough for her to carry over from Nijisanji to, you know, now where she is now, from Selen to Doki. So she'll be fine. She'll be absolutely fine. Everyone will be very happy to celebrate the return and stuff. This is definitely not the end of it. This is something that's going to be very good for her, weight off her shoulders. She's out of a terrible situation, but like, how many more people are going to leave Nijisanji? Like, and if this reputation of Nijisanji keeps getting worse and worse, no one's going to take the agency seriously. Like, if you literally type Nijisanji in Twitter, everybody is just roasting. There's no positive, good information. Even people who were on their side are saying, I can't defend this. I'm backing off. You're on your own now, brother. Rev says, Desu says, actual blank company. Nijisanji livers should leave this sinking ship before it's too late. Their management doesn't deserve someone like Selen or anyone, really. As a Nijisanji fan for almost 4 years. Please, Nijisanji, you have to restructure your EN branch management. It is genuinely concerning seeing the deterioration of the talents as the year goes on. Please reflect on yourself and get your stuff together. I don't understand what's going on. Here's my closing thoughts, right? You hire talent. Did they hire too many people? What is going on with the mismanagement? It's not that difficult, right, to communicate with your talent. People who have large fan bases, right? You can have very healthy communications. I have healthy communications with people in backgrounds, and it's really good as well. V Shoujo, all of these people, there's been nobody leaving the V Shoujo. Well, there was at one point in time. Sometimes these things happen, is what I'm trying to say, but the frequency that's been happening with Nijisanji is absolutely ridiculous. What is going at that department, and why is nobody handling things great? I read somewhere that apparently like Selen lost out on like $15,000 or something like that due to mismanagement. I don't know what's going on with that, but you may help me fumble the bag that big, bro. You got to get out my face, because that's called mismanagement. There's no way that you're supposed to be making me lose money. If you are going to terminate people, find a better, more professional way to do it, not just abruptly just dropping a tweet and then locking her out the posts and the accounts, and then people are like, what? We can't even say goodbye. We can't even, you messing with the fans at this point. How you can't, it's rough. It's wild out here, but it is what it is. We'll probably see more terminations coming from Nijisanji. Like, the thing is too, as well, if you're a part of Nijisanji, Ian, you probably don't want to be affiliated with them anymore. You see what's happening with Selen. You see all these people getting dropped left and right. You're probably already being exposed, or maybe there's favoritism going around and you're being taken care of the most. I don't know. We shall see. But my guess is there will be more people falling out from Nijisanji any color left and right. That's the situation that's happening right now. And I'll let you guys know. If there's any updates, let me know if I missed anything important as well. Speaking of VTubers, we got to talk about this one really fast because it has to do with Black History Month. And I thought it might be funny. Kiko, the cartoon artist, said a VTuber creator by the name of @Shanzo rejected a client because their avatar is black on the 3rd day of Black History Month. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I want to watch this. Let me see this racist. The only person that's allowed to be racist in this world is me, okay? Because Fry still has not won a Splatfest. By the way, more on that. I'll talk about that one next later. But what is this clip? I'm kind of scared. What's going on here?
I able to come back and get more stuff added, like a new outfit. Yeah, of course. But I'm not gonna take this because she's
Man, I'm sad. You know what? I'm a little bit more saddened at this point. I'm always disappointed. I'm never surprised. This was a little bit sad. I don't know if it's because it's Black History Month. I think it's because he just didn't. Whoever it was didn't just say black. Is it because it was like man. Oh man, that's why. Apparently Shanzo said, hi, I want to sincerely apologize for the incident on stream. It was insensitive and offensive. I now realize how hurtful it might have been, and I am truly sorry for any pain I may have caused to anyone who is disappointed in me. Blah, 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 blah. And to add on top of this, both me and my wife absolutely love cats. And every time we go outside, we always feed homeless cats. Hey, you feed homeless cats? Oh, all right. You should have told me that from the get-go, bro. I would have... No, he just keeps posting pictures of him feeding homeless cats like that's supposed to be like offset, like what occur, like how on Black History Month, and now you're trying to say, hey guys, I'm sorry, here's a couple pictures of me feeding homeless cats and that's gonna make everything deja vu, bro. Nah, that's not how life works, homie. Let's get this one out the way. Okay, this is the last time this whole racist arc of me being racist because Team Fry never wins a Splatfest because the Splatoon community just clearly hates brown people. You know, it's been fun. It's been games. It's the Matrix, but it's coming to end. It's getting kind of stale. Okay, this is one that's going to be for all the marbles. Okay, this is the end of the arc of racist. Either A, I will be racist forever, forever, for the eternity, or it will be fixed and solved and we can live and racist peace. Or what do you call it when it's not racist? I'm so racist now, I forgot the term for non-racism. Wolf Phoenix said, a new Splatfest is here to decide the best day of the weekend. SRL Splatfest reached term here. We discovered the new Splatfest. It's going to be February 16. That's in 10 days. And it's going to be, what's the best day of the weekend? Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? Okay, Friday going to Shiver, Saturday going to Fry, and Sunday going to Big Man. Okay, this one's it. You know, everyone knows that Saturday is goated. It's the best Saturday morning cartoons, no work, no school. Friday, you still got school. Friday evening is night, but Friday morning, you still got to go to school. You still got to go to work. Okay, and Sunday, now you're dreading starting the Monday. You're too close to Monday. So we all know, right, that Saturday here is clearly the best day. But, you know, when it comes to the Splat universe and it comes to Fry, people like to make sure she does not win at all costs. I put my foot down. I said, this is it. I've had enough. It's Black History Month. If Team Fry doesn't win the Splatfest, I will become racist forever. So this will be it. This will be for all the marbles. Get your Splat. Get your team ready. Come join Team Fry. Come support us. Come make a stand. If she loses on Black History Month, I have lost faith in humanity completely. Okay, I said humanity. If she loses, unfortunately, my racist arc will just come to a never end, an infinite racist legacy. Let's talk about the Grammys. We'll talk about this briefly in case you guys missed it. You guys know the Grammys was last night, probably. It's the biggest award where they give, like, you know, Grammys to people in the music industry. And it was a lot of cool things that occurred. I'm going to keep it very brief. I watched it last night while I was playing Pal World as well and like cleaning some clothes. I was coming in and out and watching some of the announcements. And I'll tell you guys just the things that you kind of really need to know. V, my girl, she said the Grammys happened. Maybe we can talk about the winners, but a big reveal was this. That's right. One of the winners, one of the biggest winners last night was Taylor Swift. She won an award that no one has ever won. Well, it's not an award that she's won. It's how many times she won it. Apparently, she has gotten a Grammy for Album of the Year 4 times. No one has reached that number ever. And she's in her prime. This girl's like mid-30s. She'll probably win more albums even after this. She's won it 4 freaking times. Prior to that, I think when it was only 4 people who won Album of the Year 3 times, including like Frank Sinatra and 2 other people that I can't recall. But Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift right now is on another level. When you look at the audience, right, and you see everybody around, and then you see Taylor Swift, it feels like she's like on like another tier. Like there's the legendary tier, and then there's like, she makes everyone else seem like commoners. I don't know how to put it. She's just up there, dude. I'm not even a huge Swiftie like that, but I can recognize that, like, when she moves, when she walks, she makes waves, bro. She raises the economy, yo. And she apparently, when she accepted the award, well, not this award, it was another award, she dropped that she is making a song and a new album. She dropped a song, a cover, and All's Fair in Love and Poetry, a new album, The Tortured Poets Department, on April 19th. That's in 2 months. So if you thought you was going to get a break from Taylor Swift in 2023 after the whole Eras tour and everything, nope. She's coming out with a back-to-back, and she's going to take 2024 down with her as well. Another kind of controversial event that happened here was a guy by the name of Killer Mike. He won 3 Grammys and then was promptly arrested. Oh, what did he do? Breaking: rapper Killer Mike has been taken away in handcuffs in the Crypto.com arena after winning 3 Grammys during telecast. He got Best Rap Song, Best Rap Performance for Scientists and Engineers, and Best Rap Album for Michael Free Mike, someone shouts as he walks past. Don't hate me, I'm not really into like mainstream music that much, but I don't know who the hell this dude is. I don't I might have heard his song or his music like on the radio or something. I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm gonna be frank, I don't know who Gang Gang is because I don't really stick to a lot of mainstream music. All I listen to be honest, is like my Discover Weekly. Like I already have like the type of music I like to listen to. Like I like all kinds of genre in music, right? But I try to stay away from the radio and the mainstream, but I do end up like liking it because I will hear it so many times. I'll know the lyrics. Lead me dry like a goddamn vampire. I loved me some Olivia Rodrigo. I think she won 1 Grammy, a lot of nominations. SZA, I believe she won 1 or 2. She got a lot of nominations. Miley Cyrus, I know we're supposed to watch this video clip. Miley Cyrus, I believe she got Best Record, and she also got another one as well. I think she won like 2 Grammys. Miley was out there looking amazing, like good lord. I still remember when she came out with Wrecking Ball, and people thought that she was just a maniac for this you know, switch and type of her personality and her persona, and now she's out here winning her first Grammys after all of this time, and so proud of her. She is a boss. Anyway, let's watch Killer Mike getting arrested really fast. What did he do? He even got the white guy being like, yo, Black Power, bro. What did he do? So yeah, I looked everywhere. I can't figure out why Killer Mike got arrested. What did he? I can't. His name is Killer Mike. Mike, are you a killer? Did you snitch in your title, bro? I can't figure it out yet. I'll just let it happen. When it comes out, I'll find out. I'll tell you guys, right? But let me tell you guys the winners of the categories. Killer Mike winning was kind of a big thing because a lot of people felt like it should have went to Travis Scott. I'll cover all of the important ones. I'm not going to do every single one of them, okay? Because I don't care. I'll just do all the big ones, okay? Record of the year went to Flowers by Miley Cyrus. That was the first nominee where she came out there in the beginning of the show. She beat Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? What Was I Made For? From the Barbie movie, which is really good. Beat Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. Bleed me dry like a goddamn vampire. I love that song, by the way. I love that song. She beat out Antihero by Taylor Swift. Kill Bill, I Just Killed My Ex. This was just stacked. On My Mama. Victoria Monet was being nominated left and right. I believe she won Best New Artist. Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius and Worship. John Baptiste got nominated 50 million times too, right? But yes, you guys can see just stacked for women. Women are just killing it. I already told you guys when it came to, what was it, the Emmys, I think, or the Oscars or whatever. But like women, black women, Asian women, just killing it in the entertainment industry right now. Album of the year went to Midnights by Taylor Swift, beating out SOS by SZA, Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, Miley Cyrus, John Peter, just, you know, the same old people we were talking about, Janelle Monáe. Midnights won that, and that's when she announced, I believe, that she's dropping the new album in April. Song of the year went to Billie Eilish, What Was I Made For? Very beautiful song. Again, beating out the usual suspects. Vampire, Kill Bill, Flowers, Dance the Night, Dua Lipa, Butterfly, Anti-Hero, A&W. This new artist went to Victoria Monet, beating out Ice Spice. I didn't even know Ice Spice got nominated, but Ice Spice got nominated for a Grammy. That's crazy, even though she didn't win. Gracie Adams, Fred Again, Coco Jones, Noah Kahan, The War and Treaty, but Victoria Monet took it. Producer of the year went to Jack Antonoff. Songwriter went to Theron Thomas. Best pop solo performance, Miley took her second one for Flowers, beating out Doja Cat, Paint the Town Red, Vampire, Antihero, again the usual suspect. Best pop vocal album went out to Midnights by Taylor Swift, beat out, I didn't even know Ed Sheeran even came out with an album. He got nominated for maybe 1, maybe 2 Grammys, but he ain't win nothing, I don't believe. Kelly Clarkson has something as well, but yeah, best pop vocal album went to Taylor Swift. Best dance and electronic recording went to Rumble by Skrillex. Best rock performance went to Not Strong Enough. Best metal performance went to 72 Seasons by Metallica. I need to watch that. I didn't even know that was out there. Apparently Chris Brown got one. Summer Too Hot got an R&B performance. Best traditional went to Good Morning. Best R&B song went to Snooze. I love Snooze. How can you snooze and lose the moment? You're just too important. Nobody but you, dog. Can I lose? When are we you? guys probably don't know this about me, or maybe you do, right? But I'm really into music. I love it. I love it. Music is my heart, my soul, my everything. I play the piano. I wish I could play more of it. I should. I shouldn't just say wish. I should just do it. But I love it. I've been listening to it. Saved my life so many times on so many occasions. It's my soul food for real, for real. So I love me some good music. Best progressive went to SOS SZA. Best R&B went to Jaguar by Victoria Monet. Best rap performance. This was the one that people felt like got snubbed. It went to Killer Mike featuring Andre 3000 and Aaron Allen Kane. Scientists and Engineers. I need to take a listen to this. But yeah, it beat out The Hillbillies by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. It beat out Rich Flex by Drake and 21 Savage. It beat out Love Letter and it beat out Player. Best rap performance went to Lil Durk featuring J. Cole. Best rap song went to Scientists and Engineers, beating out Attention, Barbie World, Nicki Minaj, Just Wanna Rock. I just want to rock. How did it beat that? That song is so good. I don't know if it's just super catchy or it's so good. It also beat out Rich Flex as well. Best rap album again went to Michael, Killer Mike, beating out Drake, 21 Savage, Metro Boomin, Nas, Travis Scott, Utopia. It beat out Utopia. I even know about Utopia, but dang, man. What's White Horse Go? There was a country song that was being performed that I really like. God, I need a favor. What is that song?
Only talk to God when I need a favor.
God, I need a favor. Yeah, I love this freaking song. I don't know if this was actually on the nominee, but I think they performed it. But yeah, if this was country, I don't like country. It's one of the only genres I don't like. I mean, like every now and then, a country artist drops like a song that I just love. Like absolutely, I either absolutely hate country, like hate 90% of it, and then like 10%, 5% of it, it's like my favorite song of all time. Like this is one of the ones. I love this song. Yeah, I don't really care about the rest. Sorry. There's like 100 freaking Grammys that were awarded that night. Trevor Noah did an absolutely stand-up job. I feel like Trevor Noah is like the perfect host. Like he comes up to everything. He's comedic. He's funny. He's relevant. He talks about things that are relevant. He has very good delivery. Just let this man host everything. Like I feel like he can do no wrong. He just keeps rising to the top in terms of presenters and just also in the kind of way where he makes jokes that aren't just 100% like elementary as well. Trevor Noah did an excellent job as well. He's somebody that I look up to when it comes to being in the show business, that type of figure that comes out there and talks to people and makes everybody laugh. It's kind of energy that I like to share. Maybe one day I too will get big enough to host the Grammys. We'll get up there, okay? But yeah, that was the Grammys, guys. There were some other things that happened. Jay-Z came up there. He won a nomination as well for a specific, like, you know, talented award for, I think he was being recognized. He came up there, talked about how Beyonce has still not won Album of the Year, even though she has the most Grammys, like, in the entire freaking world, but never won a single Album of the Year. My man said, look, there were some people out here that should not be here. There's some people that should not be nominated. There's some of y'all who are going to get robbed. There's some of you getting robbed right now. And he was like, sorry, when I get nervous, I start speaking facts. I start talking the truth, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I mean, everyone wants Beyonce to have just at least one. How you going to have the most freaking Grammys but never win Album of the Year? I'm confused by that. Like, was she unlucky like 50 million times? Or I don't know. But yeah, that was the Grammys, guys. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Did you feel like anybody got snuffed? Did you enjoy it? It was pretty entertaining. I think a lot of it, again, attributes to Trevor Noah. I think he carries the every single time he comes to an award show. I think he carries it. For the people who don't care, I think his personality it shines through enough to allow people wanting to come to keep watching to see what kind of jokes that he makes. So yeah, that's what I think about the Grammys. I thought it was pretty decent. Let me know how you guys feel. So guys, we have a few follow-ups from the last video that we made last Wednesday, where we talked about two different stories. One of them being GameXplain. Remember that? The YouTube company where the guy came out and was like, yeah, I hate working here. It's really bad. And follow me and Free Palestine and everything like that. And then people were like, hey, Omni, you didn't read the follow-up, which was Andre, the other side of the story, that I said there needed to be an other side of the story. I did not see it at that point in time. I was not omitting it on purpose. Unfortunately, I cannot know everything about everything. But when there are follow-ups, or if you guys let me know to fill in more things, I will do so in the future, okay? Don't get big baby rage mad, by the way, if either A, I can't include some information because I didn't find it, or B, maybe I'm a little off, okay? Because I will always correct myself because I can't be on point all the time, right? Too much information going on around the world. Stop complaining. Anyway, forgot to add Andre's response from the last video about the GameXplain situation. My response. And for those of you guys who missed it from last week, the preface is that there was an angry disgruntled employee who was basically not working with GameXplain anymore, this YouTube company that makes videos explaining video games, was being overworked, did not like the environment, was working and was not being compared to it just hated it, all right? And he just made one of those tweets, okay? And Andre is saying this: "Hey everyone, what I'm able to say will be slightly limited for employee confidential reasons, but I'll do my best to address as much of Jake's concerns that I can. First, to Jake, I feel horrible that you felt overworked and underappreciated. From your very first application, you always went above and beyond my expectations for work, even when I tried to rein in your efforts at times. And I want you to know that I tried my best to ensure you didn't end up feeling how you did. I checked in with you personally on multiple occasions, specifically whenever I noticed you might have been feeling stressed or burned out, to see if there was anything about work that we could address to improve how you felt. But whenever I tried to discuss this with you, you almost assured me you were fine, either writing it off as a temporary feeling that you overcame, or that there were other reasons beyond work making you feel that way. It's hard for me to fix something when I'm not being told the full truth of the matter." Okay, communication was not there. It seems that Jake was one of those people where if the employee says, "Hey, is everything okay? Are you good? Is the work thing?" "Nah, I'm okay. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I'm a little stressed out. Don't worry about it." Or B, no, it has nothing to do with work, it has something to do with something else, projecting it and not really communicating like, "Yes, I'm not okay. I'm staying up until 12 o'clock to make videos and I'm tired. I need some better time management. This is too exhausting for me." Not actually communicating what was happening is what he's saying. One of the few issues Jake did clearly communicate to me was how he felt his workload was imbalanced, specifically as it related to one of his coworkers. Jake felt he was putting in more effort based on the amount of videos output per person, with the other coworker's performance being deemed lesser. Now, I've never worked at a workplace where someone didn't feel like they did more work than another, or felt another coworker wasn't entirely pulling their weight. And as such, this is an incredibly hard issue to address, especially for a small team, as there are countless factors at play. In this case, the different job roles we're discussing were different. Jake was hired primarily as a news editor with a focus on more frequent but shorter and less complicated videos, whereas the other staff members were focused on longer form features to varying degrees, which naturally take a lot longer to produce. So he looks like he was comparing himself to another coworker, but they didn't actually have the same title and they weren't doing the same thing. In response to the concern, I immediately performed an audit over a 2-month period to assess the workload and output balance. And while Jake did end up producing more videos as expected, it wasn't by such a large margin that it seemed out of balance with the longer features that the other staff members produced. For all of its benefits, it sometimes sucks having to work remotely. Not only is it difficult not being able to see and interact with coworkers face to face without scheduling a meeting or making it to feel like an intrusion, but we also don't have the natural transparency into what each other is doing on a day-to-day basis that we could in an office setting. And Jake, not having the same bird's eye view that I had, clearly wasn't aware of the true amount of time and effort the team member in question was putting in. As effort, it isn't a metric that can be measured only by tabulating the number of videos produced in the end. The LDR, Andre is saying, "Look, bro, just because you think someone's working more than you or working less than you doesn't mean it's actually happening, and you don't have the full story." That's basically what he's saying. Despite it being made clear during the interview process that sporadic weekend work may be needed, weekend work was almost never expected. The few times when I mentioned it may be necessary, such as post-direct coverage, to my memory, rarely came into fruition. Whenever someone did end up working over a weekend, whether clearly planned in advance or I was made aware by a team member later, they were provided with an equal number of hours or days off to compensate, if not more. So he's saying, yeah, if anybody worked these late crazy hours on some weekends, we made sure to offset that for some of the hours on the to keep it balanced and fair. Andre again giving his side of the story, to saying that everything that they did at GameXplain was actually fair, and it might have been a little bit far-fetched and stretched truth from the other side coming from Jake. Again, I don't know. This is Andre's side, there's Jake's side, and there is the truth, but clearly there are disagreements about how things actually played out. So yeah, there's two sides of the story that's happening here. Some people feel like, yeah, GameXplain, this is like the third or fourth person that's left the company not feeling good about work conditions. Whether, if you don't know that 3, 4, 5 people are leaving or they're in work conditions and they're just saying like, hey, I'm okay. And if you don't know, then there is something going on with a mismanagement here. Okay. If they don't feel comfortable telling you, that's also something that's happening there as well. It is not on your onus to know how your employees feel, but it is in your onus to create an environment that lets your employees feel like they can't communicate what is going on. It's a two-way street. But also it does look like one of those situations too where potentially Jake was not being very transparent with his feelings. I know a lot of people who work like this where they kind of just bury things just to make sure that everything is okay, but they bury it and they keep burying it and they keep seething and say everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay. And it keeps going and going and going, and then boom, they burn out, they explode, and then something big happens and they make the twit longer. I've seen both sides of the story here. I don't know which one is true or false, but that's the GameXplain situation as a whole. With Andre's side, it's up to you guys to come to your own decision of what's going on. I don't think it's going to be that big of the deal. I don't know why I'm talking this fast as well. I think I just want to move on because I don't think it's a situation that's going to be blown out of proportion or too big of a deal. It sounds like a very normal work thing that happens within a lot of companies. And hopefully it just stops happening with GameXplain and Andre, because it's been happening quite a few times to the point where it's getting to the point where it's looking like it's a you thing, Andre. You got to be careful with that. The other follow-up has to do with Chugga Conroy, the whole situation with the YouTuber who was basically, you know, a lot of people's beloveds and now was being outed for being pretty creepy when it came to feet. I keep saying this. I keep saying he was one of the reasons why I started YouTube. He was the reason why I started YouTube and making my Let's Plays. Go into my catalog, into the history of my videos, you can find it, okay? It's not, some of it might be unlisted, but yeah, I used to do Let's Plays like crazy, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that Chugga Conroy I loved watching him doing it, and I wanted to do the same thing. Anyway, Christian Shark had told me, ProtonJon of TRG announcing that TRG, as we know it, is ending, and that after a break, he and the extended TRG crew will be creating a new channel and a renamed charity event without Chugga involved in any way. So Chugga Conroy is getting completely excommunicado from all his friends and all businesses. Completely. Everybody is detaching. Everyone that is in his circle is no longer being in his circle. They're all gone. The document is only one page in which he says, "Thanks for your patience for my response about recent events. I've had a lot of mixed feelings and emotions over this, but after some long talks, I'm ready to share what the plan is moving forward. First of all, to those who are affected by Emil's actions, I'm sincerely sorry this happened to you. I hope you're able to find some closure here and begin to heal. To our viewers, I am sorry for the distress the situation has put on many of you." After a long talk with Emil and Tim, we have decided to put the TRG channel in definite hiatus, and I will be distancing myself professionally from Emil. Emil has decided that he will be taking away time from the internet to better himself and reflect on his actions, and I wish him the best in getting the help he needs. Projects we have already recorded for TRG that haven't been posted will likely not be posted. It doesn't feel right to just post it as if nothing happened. Maybe sometime down the road they'll get posted, but that'll be a ways off. Tim and I will consider starting a new channel and getting some of our close friends involved so it can embody the core energy of TRG while cutting free of the name. This won't be for a while though, as I think we need a break after previous months. Coliseum will still be moving forward as is planned. We'll have more info on that later. Throne Controllers will also be continuing at cons with myself at Tim, although the con circuit for this year may be different. I'll keep you posted on that. And the hope is that everyone involved can heal from this, and the new path ahead will be the best for all of us moving forward. Thanks. In case I didn't let you guys know this from the previous past episodes, but yes, TRG is also known as TheRunawayGuys. They have a YouTube channel that has almost 500,000 subscribers with 2,000 viewers. It was a collab channel started by Nintendo Capri's son, ProtonJon, and Chugga Conroy, where they play video games, or they talk about video games. Metroid Prime Remastered collab with Mario Party DS. They're not deleting any of the prior videos. None of those are going away, but it looks like that Chugga Conroy will no longer in the capacity be in this, which is, man, just insane to think about. All right, guys, so this one's going to be a random assortment of news and topics that you probably need to know, but I'm going to keep it short, okay? I'm already tired already. I feel like I've been recording for 2 hours up here, okay? But we still got so much to talk about. Luffa Janega said, Universal Music Group taking their entire song catalog off of TikTok. This is actually absolutely astronomical, okay? Because Universal Music Group basically owns all of the music hits, right? The people believe that this is going to be the start of the end of TikTok. That's going to be like the downfall. Explain what's happening. This article by NBC, I think, summarized it best, saying that TikTok may look or sound a little different when you scroll through the app going forward. Earlier this week, Universal Music Group, which represents big name artists like Taylor Swift, Bad Bunny, and Drake, said it would no longer allow his music on TikTok following the Wednesday expiration of a licensing deal between the two companies. The takedown of UMG related music began overnight, with ByteDance owned TikTok confirmed to the Associated Press. As of early Thursday, a vast roster of popular songs have disappeared from the social media platform's library. That means if you played music from people with UMG in your TikTok videos, I believe in the past, retrospectively, it also gets taken down as well. It gets just completely muted. Quote, Universal Music Group is literally the largest record label in the history of the music industry, said Andrew Mall. An uncountable number of tracks and sounds would be impacted on TikTok. He added, significantly limiting options for creators. TikTok users signing on Thursday will see that they are no longer able to search for many popular songs, including music from Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, Olivia Rodrigo, and more under the Sounds tab. In addition to users no longer having the option of adding these songs, the next dance craze, and other trending contents, past videos of UMG licensed music will also be scrubbed. According to the UMG spokesperson, whether these videos are muted or taken down will be entirely up to TikTok. So TikTok might take it down completely or mute it, but it's gone. If you use any music from UMG, that video now will be silent or evaporated. That's basically it. That's all you kind of really need to know. There are agreements here between UMG and TikTok. They didn't come to an agreement, came to an expiration date, and now it's gone. What's probably going to happen is that TikTok is going to fork over the money to support UMG because they want the money from UMG to go to the said artists for their licensing purposes. Then eventually they will come to an agreement after TikTok decides to come to an agreement. It's probably just negotiation tactics, but I don't see UMG being out of TikTok permanently. That's a lot of music that that will be removed from their catalog. That TikTok can probably afford it as well. I'll let you guys know if it does change, but right now, currently on TikTok, no artist under UMG, which is almost all the artists you know, will be featured on TikTok. I'll let you guys know if that changes. Also, what you probably need to know, Hazbin Hotel, the whole thing with Verbal Ace, the Beat Bopper, 50K, all of that curseness aside, Hazbin Hotel, the series came out on Peacock, and it is the #1 watched show on Peacock. It has been doing numbers on YouTube. It has been doing numbers on Peacock. It is just all time just great. Hardy Har, insert Verbal Ace spending 50K here. Anyways, Hazbin Hotel's doing the same numbers. Whether the show is a thing or not, you gotta give Viv and the Spinal Horse team props. This was earned. They are absolutely destroying it. A lot of you guys asked me if I watched it, and to be completely frank, I've seen clips and bits and pieces of it, but I don't know if it's for me. I'll try to give it a shot and watch an episode or 2 or 3. It looks good. It looks really good. I think something about it though feels like it's like overly stimulated. I feel like the animations are so animated that it's too animated. Like it's to my eyes, it's like a sensory overload to my eyes when it comes to animation. I never thought I would think something like that could occur, but it feels like I'm being overstimulated with animation. But it's probably an amazing show. It's #1 in 46 different countries. So I gotta give it a shot. I gotta give it a chance. You guys let me know in the comments if you think I really should give it a shot and you liked it and you watched it and you say, Omni, just do it. Then I will do it and I'll give you my full, honest review and feedback of the show. Moonhound said that your thoughts and reactions to the recent PlayStation State of Play. That was last Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday. I guess we haven't talked since then, have we? Yeah, the Sony State of Play happened. It was 45 minutes. I'm not going to give you guys the full details. I'll just tell you everything from the top of the dome to the top of the head, okay? It was a pretty good Sony State of Play. There weren't a lot of new game announcements, but the games that they were talking about that have already been announced seemed actually pretty incredible. The first 30 minutes of the show was them talking about, oh man, what's the name of that show? It's like it's kind of like 2B Nier Automata. It's a game where it's a waifu with a lot of graphics, bro. Like really, the graphics team went ham and it looks really good. Stellar Blade. I need to play that frame 1 for science, to study physics, mechanics, and just, good gaming all around. It looks like basically Nier Automata kind of like reskinned, but also very good as well. So me, I'm a scientist. I like to study, so I'm going to definitely play that game. There were a lot of other announcements. We got Dave the Diver DLC. There was some things that be done by BioShock. There was a lot of announcements for games that people were really excited and happy for. Let me see if I can find a quick list for you guys. Let me stop being lazy. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just that after I record like 2 hours, almost 3 hours sometimes of footage, I'm like, damn, I got to edit all this. And only 2 or 3 hours, and I'd be like stressed out. I probably do need an editor eventually at some point. Deep dive on Team Ninja's Rise of the Ronin, which looks really good. It kind of looks like Assassin's Creed, but with samurais, right? And you fly around and you shoot people. Not only do you have a sword and you slash, you also shoot people as well. You got grenade launchers and flamethrowers. There's a remake of Until Dawn, Stellar Blade. This is the one I was telling you about. That looks really good. Coming out April 26th. I'll set aside some time for that. Dragma's Dogma 2 is coming out. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, but not. You fight monsters with friends, but it's not Monster Hunter. But people like it. I've never really played any of the Dragon Dogmas. It looked really sexy. Sonic X Shadow Generations looked really good. Basically, Sonic Generations that came out in 2011 is getting remade and is going to have Shadow in it, and it looks really good. It's a combination of 2D Sonic and 3D Sonic, and Shadow on this one looked really good. My man was sprinting full on arms. Like, oh my God. Like, if you're a Sonic fan, you was eating. This was the only announcement that you cared about. You got Silent Hill. We got an update. Silent Hill 2 was a remake, and you got a Silent Hill like regular game, like a short one-off that you can play. Judas is getting a brand new trailer. This Judas trailer looks crazy. I think it's made by the people who did BioShock. I've never played BioShock, but I know like there's a cult following for BioShock. It looked absolutely wild. Dave the Diver. Oh my God. Dave the Diver. I haven't talked about this, but it's one of the few games that actually got me to stop playing Slay the Spire. I'm addicted to Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire actually might be one of my favorite games of all time, actually. I might be at that point where I'm calling it. It's between that and Super Smash Bros. Melee. But I've put in so many hours on this thing. It's ridiculous, and I love it. And I love watching my man Jorb stream it. But yeah, Dave the Diver was one of the first games that kind of got me out of it, of that vortex. Unfortunately, it ended. I got to the end of Banto Sushi. You're supposed to have this place, and you run a shop, you run a place, a sushi shop, but then you dive into the water, and you get fish, and you animal, you capture them, and there's a storyline and everything. Apparently, Godzilla is coming. This man, I was like, I wonder what the new fish is going to be, and it was quite literally a goddamn dinosaur, bro. It was crazy. Zelda's Zone Zero is in development for PlayStation 5. This is a game that's been created by the creators of Hoyoverse, aka I believe Genshin Impact. It's like a waifu game with a bunch of cute features and a lot of stimulation for those of you guys who just, you know, if you like Genshin Impact, you will definitely like Zelda's Zone Zero. Metro Awakening, I don't know too much about that. This VR game that looked really funny where this guy choked out a skeleton and then punched his head off. Foam Stars, aka, you know, the PlayStation's Splatoon is coming out. Actually, it's next week, so I think it's this week. I'm curious. It looks pretty good. I don't see myself playing it because I really want to just keep playing Splatoon. You got Helldivers. I didn't care much for that. And then the thing that everybody was talking about, hate or love, that is Death Stranding 2, which we got 15 minutes of this crazy. Oh my God. If you guys go to my stream, it was like a fever dream. It's like if you had a NyQuil dream. You ever been sick, took NyQuil, you had the craziest dream of your life. You mix that with eating pizza at 12 o'clock midnight. Before you eat, you get crazy dreams too as well, or Chinese food. You eat pizza, Chinese food, NyQuil, you take a shot of Henny, go to sleep, and that's Death Stranding, okay? Hideo Kojima has to be on something because every event that occurred kept being weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder. There was just a something that you couldn't follow. It was an overstimulation of weird. And I didn't know. A little bit of it, I was like, wow, this man's cooking. But then I was just like, what is this man cooking? Is he even cooking? Is this even food anymore? What is he serving? So Death Stranding, I never played the first one. A lot of people said it's just walking. A lot. Interactive experience. Hideo Kojima likes to create different experiences for people, for the senses, I suppose. He likes to push you into this zone, into this world. Kind of reminds me of BioShock. I personally am kind of Hideo Kojima out. I just want the good game to come out. They put so much out of him when it came to like the Game Awards. He was there for a long time as well. Jeff Keighley just sitting there, just following his balls nonstop. And now they did it here with the Sony State of Play. I'm done. Just make the game. Stop showing me stuff, bro. Okay, just make it. I love Hideo Kojima and I love Metal Gear. Metal Gear is one of my favorite gaming franchises. It's absolutely immaculate, but just leave me alone. Make the game. Okay. I'm done with the marketing. There's a such thing as too much marketing. I feel like they're just giving too much emphasis on this game that I just don't want to play it because I just seen so much of it already. Last but not least, there was more things that you guys wanted me to talk about, but this is the deep dive. This is the all out war. A lot of you guys probably came here to be like, Omni, what happened with the Genshin Impact community? You got this YouTuber streamer Tectone. You got 3 or 4 other people. Everyone was making twit longers this weekend. I was chilling. This weekend, I was playing Pal World. I was doing some work for you guys. I was playing Persona 5 Reload. That's right. I said it again. Persona 5 Reload. I was just out there hanging. Persona 3 Reload, by the way, so immaculate. So good. I streamed it on Twitch. I'll probably stream it again tonight. I'm out here, you know, minding my business, chilling and enjoying some good gaming. That's what we can all do. And I kept getting tagged to a twit longer, to a twit longer, to a twit longer. People trying to cancel each other left and right in the Genshin Impact community. What is going on? Do I have to put Paimon back in the thumbnail of this video? I am going to attempt to deep dive what is the huge Genshin Impact drama that all started from Xeox tweet. It looks like he may have deleted it, but it said here January 1st, the duality of the man. On the top, you have a YouTuber by the name of Duro44 saying, the Genshin Impact update is insane. And then you got Tectone saying, the Genshin Impact 4.4 looks underwhelming, ... But, and then he said, my video will be called 4.4 looks true neutral. You know what? I've been looking into it for the past like 10 minutes, and I think this is one of the ones that I am going to, again, respectfully bow out of. It seems to be involved with Tectone, Atsu, like 3 other creators, people pulling up lawyers, twitlongers, talking about harassment of each other and how their personal experiences, and I don't even understand how it even got to the point where it got, but as I kept reading, I felt like my brain cells were deteriorating. I felt like the more I read, the more I stopped caring. It was that bad. It's drama in the sense of drama, where it reached to a peak where not even you see how low I am to the camera, how far back I'm leaning. I am leaning back this far because I have reached my limit. Maybe I'll do a small deep dive on Twitch, or maybe I'll look for a YouTube video. But the more I looked into it, the more I was like, you know what? I don't care. I really want Paimon to be in the thumbnail. I might still put it in the thumbnail, but this is the one where I'm just going to be like, you know what? I honestly, guys, I don't care. I'm sorry if you guys wanted me to do a deep dive on the situation, the drama. I still don't know specifically what went down, but I keep looking into it more and more, and the more I go down that rabbit hole, the less I care, unfortunately. But it is what it is. But all right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you made it to the end, drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll catch you Wednesday. There was a lot of news to talk about, man. This is going to be a long, big video, but I love doing it. I have a good time getting out here. I keep saying that I don't want an editor, but I might need to get an editor because I can't be editing like this. It's too much. I'm not good at it either. I need it to be better. So I'll still keep thinking about it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I love y'all. Keep me posted on what you want me to tell you about. Same thing on the YouTube comments as well. I've been reading that as well. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next episode where we'll talk about everything that's happening around the world on Wednesday. All right? You guys stay safe on them streets because these streets ain't safe. Take it easy and peace.